Hello everybody. I wanted to give you an update on my 365 days of stitching, and I've heard from so many of you that are also doing this practice, and they always say, well, do you do it every single day? And some days I don't because life gets in the way, but then I might do a whole bunch of stitching another day. So I'm just continuing the practice for 365 days. I have, at this point, I've done two widths of fabric, which means this is 80 inches long now. I mean, it's pretty fun. And I kind of added some rocks here. I thought that would be fun. And my new idea, because I needed to add another piece, was spring is coming and I get so anxious for color, and I can hardly wait to walk along the river and see all those little teeny wildflowers showing up. So I decided to make a river. So this is a simple idea. I mean, obviously it's not like somebody who illustrates and makes these gorgeous things. So I started out with a piece of fabric that I dyed in Val's indigo dyeing class and thought this could look like a river. This is the edges, and I have lots of different greens in my box. This is my little box of scraps that I just throw stuff into. So I had a variety of greens, and then I thought for up here in the sky, I'll just put something lighter. So again, it's a variety. And this little piece was left over from something. And you know, normally a lot of people would throw that away, but not when you're gonna do stuff like this.
Not when you're Jean Wells.
Okay, that was the peanut gallery.
Yes, I love it.
So my first thought was to start getting some flower colors. So these are things that I thought could be my flowers. And I've been working on an orange and green piece, and so I have these wonderful oranges. And then I thought, well, I have to have sunflower. And then little forget-me-nots. So here's some blues. I don't know what this one is, but it looks good, so it's gonna go in there. So here is me starting on this. And now I'm to the point that I'm trying to fill in, and I kind of liked this piece of gray I had at the end. And I think this could go right here. And I tuck it under a little bit if I need to. So I'm gonna cut that off. And I just go ahead and tuck it under, and then I make sure that it barely covers that edge. Then, see, I'm getting myself into an odd little shape, but here's a couple little scraps. Well, that could fit. So there we go. You never know. I mean, I didn't plan that. I really didn't. So now I have one square. We'll put this here. And then, well, I don't know if it's kind of too dull. So let's see what this one does. That's okay, not quite big enough. Oh,
That one, yeah.
and it was right in front of me. So this is what we're gonna have. And I never showed you this before, so I thought this time I would. You can see I have this great big long needle with a large eye, and it's so I can baste. So I have a long thread with a knot on one end, and I decided on this intersection that this would look really good there. So I just go ahead and I just take a big stitch, and this is a piece of Taylor's interfacing, and it has fusible on the back, and it's kind of a pain, but I like what it looks like in the front, so it got to be in here. But you can see what I'm doing now. So I will continue that, and I will probably lay out the rest of this because I'm going out of town to teach, and I plan on stitching. But I thought I would try and make my little wildflowers up here. So Some of them can hang out a little bit over the edge too.
Oh, yeah.
And you can see I'm kind of plopping. But I don't want those two yellows together. I mean, you start saying, oh, your mind goes, nope, yes, nope, yes. So, and some blue. I love this little blue thing. And this print, there's kind of this little stitching in the middle, so it kind of looks like the middle of a flower, who knows. So then when I went over to put my indigos away, I saw a little piece of this print, and I thought, well, once in a while, I could have a little stem come up here. So I think I will maybe do that on the sunflower, and I think I'll make it a little bit smaller. Of course, I get it so small, it will be hard to deal with, but oh well. So, and I think for some of these, I will just do stitching to bring some stems down, but I'm kind of excited for this. I think it's going to be fun to have this little garden. But I may have to put a couple more colors in here. I'm using these up really quick. So I hope that gives you some ideas of what you can do. I kind of do whatever strikes me at the moment. You know, I obviously don't have a giant plan, and I'm working out of my little magic box, and here's a bunch of stuff that sits in it. It kind of overflows, so I have to put it in a bag so it doesn't run away or the cat doesn't get in it. But I am having so much fun with this, and it would be wonderful if you shared some of these with us too. So you can always send them to stitchingpost.com, or you can send them to Jean@stitchingpost.com. But I would love to see what you're doing, and have fun stitching.